What? Tomorrow's always an exciting day, or going to see your boyfriend?
Well,
because I really need to know how you feel about that boyfriend thing.
No, just tomorrow in general.
Oh, okay, tomorrow's an exciting day. Has nothing to do with your boyfriend.
Right.
Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today, some of you may not agree with what I'm doing. Got a lot to do. One of the main things I want to do is get animals moved out of this pasture so we can give it some rest, and I've got that precision seeder hooked on the tractor, and we need to seed this pasture. But before we do that, you know, we're going to be moving most of the animals to the back pasture behind the house. But the part that some of you aren't going to agree with is Ralph, our mini Hereford steer, is less than a week away from freezer camp. I know some people don't like that. And I know a lot of you guys have reached out to me wanting to know if there's anything we can do to save Ralph, and if we can send him to some sort of sanctuary or rescue or different things. But the simple facts are, Ralph is a beef animal. I know he's a mini, but Herefords are a beef animal. The reason we kept Ralph and we sold the rest of the herd is for this purpose. And so I'm going to separate Ralph and two of my wife's female donkeys. Felicia and Fiona are going to be going over to Marie's house where Brandon, her spotted Jack, lives, to breed to her spotted Jack. And I know we've got Steve here, and people say, well, why don't you breed to Steve? Well, the goal is we're wanting more donkeys that are spotted like that, they just they're worth more and they're prettier. Nothing wrong with Steve. Steve could breed these two, but we would end up with gray donkeys. So we're going to separate Ralph and Felicia and Fiona, hopefully, over here. And tomorrow we will load Felicia and Fiona up, and they're going to go over to Marie's for probably a month and a half, however long it takes to get them bred. And then Ralph's going to spend 4 or 5 days in here. I'm going to expand this pen and make it a little bit bigger, and Ralph will be just fine. We'll make sure these guys are out of there. Ain't that right, Jesse? You don't want to be locked up with Ralph. So once we get all that done, hopefully I can get to the project of reseeding this field if we can get everybody separated. So let's give it a shot. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. RJ, Jesse, y'all gotta go out. Come on. Don't knock my camera over, Jesse. Come on. Out. Out, out, out. Y'all aren't supposed to want to be in this part. Let's go. Let's go. Bro, what are you kicking at? Come on, Jesse. Back up, goats. Come on, Jesse. Really? You walked on the wrong side. Go, go, go. Out. Out, out, out. Don't come back in, RJ. Out. Out, out, out. Come on. You can do it. Let's go. Success. All right, I'll chain those together, and that'll give Ralph and the girls a little more space, which the two donkeys are only going to be in here for this evening. All right, so the next step's going to be to open these two gates and connect these two little areas together, run everybody in, and then hopefully separate out. Easier said than done sometimes. Ralph, get up here. Come on, everybody in and then almost everybody out. I may have to get a bucket of feed. Let's go. Come on, Ralph. Okay. So far, technically, we have everyone in here except Ralph and the 2 donkeys I want, plus Freedom. Here comes Fiona and Freedom. So, Freedom's in. Nope, that's Freedom. Sorry. Come on, Ralph. Yeah. Don't tell me no. Come on, Ralph. Everybody but you and Fiona are here. But I know Ralph's motivation in life. Right now, it's a feed bucket. Yeah, you know what's up. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ralph. You have to go around. You know the way in. Come on, Ralph. You a Pepper. And 1 donkey. Ralph, you saw her. Just follow. There you go. There you go. All right. That was the easy part. Part 2. All the ones that I don't want need to go back out. So that's you, Farrah. Good girl. Yep. Phoebe. Hey. Why'd you tell me no? Well, we got one. Here's where I'm going to need a little help. I'll probably have to get DJ out here to help me run gates so that we don't lose the ones we want and, you know, vice versa. What I can do is catch some. Oh, man. The 2 that I needed to catch were in that pen. I can catch some in the stall and close that gate down and then run the others out, you know, a little at a time. Really? I needed you to go in there. All right, donkeys. If I give you just a little bit of pressure, you think you can walk in there? Come on. Come on. Nope. All right. Ha-ha, looky here. All I had to do was just answer the phone. My buddy Nathan from Out of the Woods called, and I was just sitting here watching them, and, well, we got them. Just got to figure out how to get Fancy out of there, but we'll worry about that. I just don't want the other 2 to escape. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to shut the gate on these 3, and Ralph's eating, so I bet you I can get everybody else to go out. Excuse me, I got to pull this closed, guys. There we go. While Ralph is distracted by the food bowl, I got a plan. Farrah, you can come back in for a second, but I bet you this guy won't ever leave the food bowl, and I'll be able to walk all the rest of these right around him. Let's go, girls. Out you go. Out you go. Let's go. Move it or lose it. Phoebe, don't be a pain. Come on. Farrah. Well, that's a good start. Come on. Let's go. Out you go. Phoebe, come on. Round 2. Let's go. Go, Phoebe, go. Out the gate. Oh, my goodness. This is like taking candy from a baby. Too easy. Hi, Reba. Ralph, you don't have any idea what you just did there for yourself. You know what? I'll keep you well fed for the next few days, but the chase is over. Now, the only thing I got to do is get Fancy separated. because we don't want her to stay. And then I'll let these guys, the two girls out, and they can share this pen with Ralph until tomorrow morning. Got you two great girls. Can I get you two to go in the stall, but not Fancy? No? Here, watch out. Easy. Come on. Come on. Can you go up in there for me? I just need to get Fancy out. Looky there. Not that hard. Steve, don't get wound up over there, buddy. All right. Hang on, Fancy. Let me get the gate. One more gate to go, Fancy. Come on. Ralph's still eating. Let's go open this gate. Well, I open that gate, and all the rest of these yahoos are going to want to come in. This is where I need my wife's help. Well, Ralph just made this easy, so I locked him back in that stall pen. Now all we've got is Fancy. Come on, Fancy. Go around the corner.
Good girl.
Ta-da!
You're welcome.
Thanks for your help.
Bye.
I got your girls separated so they can be loaded up and go see their boyfriend. Hopefully tomorrow, right?
Yes, always an exciting day.
What? Tomorrow's always an exciting day, or going to see your boyfriend?
Well,
Because I really need to know how you feel about that boyfriend thing.
no, just tomorrow in general.
Oh, okay, tomorrow's an exciting day. Has nothing to do with your boyfriend.
Right.
You don't have one, do
My
you?
girl's boyfriend.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, everybody cooperated. Now all I need to do is get them to that pasture. It's not complicated at all.
Can I help?
They'll just follow me. I'll get a feed bucket.
What's in your teeth? You got something in your teeth. Thrown over there. Look at that.
Do you have a snaggletooth donkey?
She did. Yeah, I do, apparently. Let's see. Here. Let's look at yours. No, you're all good. You're good too. That's so weird. What's going on with you? Huh?
She's just a little snaggletooth, you know. Our daughter needed braces too.
She did, really bad.
All right, Ralph. You got to come out of there. Hey, could you move, please? You guys. Straighten this out a little bit. Give them a little more space. And let the donkeys out. And give them some water. And then Ralph will be in here for 4 or 5 days. He'll be just fine. And these girls will be going to see their boyfriend tomorrow. Come on out. All right. The next step in the process is to get all of the remaining girls in the herd to follow me to the back gate so we can turn them in the back pasture here. And as you can see, this pasture is severely overgrazed. There's too many animals on not enough land, and drought last year, and not enough rotation. There's what the grass should look like. Here's what we got. But I mean, it is what it is. So, girls, come on out. Y'all gonna stay on this side for a while, okay? Come on, donkey poodles. Let's go. Now with a substantially smaller herd and not as many pounds of body weight grazing, this side should stay, should last a little longer. And I've came in and seeded. It hasn't rained yet, but you can see where I brought the precision seeder through here and seeded what I could of this pasture. But the animals have been on it multiple times already. I'll turn them back here for a few days, let them graze, and then put them back over there for a week or so. But we're pretty dry. I know we had some decent rains a few weeks ago, but the ground is bone dry again. We have some chances of rain coming up this weekend, so that's why I'm wanting to go ahead and get that pasture seeded as best I can, and then hopefully be able to lock these girls out for a little while and not graze it too soon. Come on, Pepper. Everyone went to the back pasture but you. Why are you being hard-headed? Huh? Come on, Pepper, you got it. Let's go. Out the gate. All right, good girls. Okay, we'll shut this gate. And now that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 donkeys, 3 large alpacas, and 1 baby Reba, and 1 potbelly pig. All right, all the animal play-in is finished. I actually put the landscape rake on the tractor and went around the pasture and cleaned up as many limbs as I could because it was just looking pretty rough. And I don't want to run over too many limbs with this woods cedar until I really know what's safe and what I can and can't do. I've got about 2 to 3 acres of planting experience on this, so very minimal, just enough to test it out. Hooked it up a few days ago and tried overseeding some of my my hay fields that aren't really growing very well. Got some areas that are kind of light and sparse. So I'm gonna go over this real quick, show you what we're planting, kind of do a quick run through of how you calibrate this cedar, and test it out behind the new TYM 5835 tractor. Now, it's a pretty slick looking combination right here, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't have a lot of time on that TYM tractor yet. I think it's got 5 hours on it now, and I really like it. I mean, it stinks that it doesn't have a cab, but the tractor it's top notch. So I showed you guys this Woods Precision Cedar. It's the PSS 60. I don't know, maybe a week and a half or so ago, and I partnered with Woods to do some seed planting content, and we're going to overseed some pastures. Obviously, this is completely overgrazed, way overpressured pasture. We're going to reseed it and reseed some hay pastures. You'll see it in the fall. We'll do some deer food plot planting, and we may take it over to Mill Creek and plant some plots over there. But anyways, today I'm just planting some pasture mix for, one's for, it says an all-purpose seed mix, others an equine forage seed mix. And one thing I was kind of careful on is this no fescue toxicity, because the alpacas can have some toxic reaction to some of the fescues out there, and I don't want to really do anything to harm any of our animals. So I'm not saying this is the best mix, but I bought these blends last year and broadcast them in the goat pasture, and there's a lot of clover and a lot of ryegrass and stuff that's come back. It's looking pretty good for the amount of grazing pressure it has on it. But this one is annual ryegrass, tall fescue, basically a lot of different kinds of ryegrass, orchard grass, some different clovers, and just some other stuff. And then this one, Maximus annual rye, Timothy ryegrass, bluegrass, and some clovers. So it is a blend of seeds, but we're going to run it through this precision cedar, mix them up. This one's actually says it's good for high traffic, which is exactly what that pasture needs. So let's load her up a little bit. I'm going to load it up a little bit and show you how you calibrate this thing. So proper calibration with one of these seed planters is very important, but I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be. I don't want anybody to mistake that, but I've watched some videos. Actually, Woods does a really good job. They've got a lot of instructional videos out there, and they've got their manuals very simple, but they've got this seed calibration tray that I'm going to insert in here and catch some seeds as we rotate this as we rotate the gears on the planter, basically. So put that seed calibration or that seed tray in there, and I've got a handle here to actually turn the spike drum roller to drop seeds into that tray. So we're going to be using this middle seed box, cool season grass and cereal grains. So ryegrass and things are cereal grains, and this is mostly a ryegrass blend. I'm not loading up the entire seed box right now. We're just wanting to catch seeds out of the first 2 cups. So that we can measure how much seed's coming out. So as the manual says, we're going to rotate this handle 11 times. The roller's hitting that. I didn't put my other screw-on handle in there. Try to get you guys a view so you can see it's dropping the seed as we would simulate driving. It's dropping the seeds down into that seed tray. Alright, so we're going to pull our tray out, and this has got all of our seed in it. So this is a blend of those ryegrasses and clovers and different things. And if we were planting just straight clover seed, we could use this small legume box. But I've got a scale here. I'm going to turn the scale on if we hit the right button. Try not to make a mess. Okay. So that is 0.194. And according to our chart, what we're going to do is multiply. This is just an example. So if it was 0.15 pounds of seed, we'd multiply that by 373.4. And that'll tell us how many pounds per acre. Now, there's another chart over here that kind of breaks everything down on how many pounds per acre, your basic adjustments on your cool season meter box or your cool season seed box metering. So to adjust it for more or less seed to come out, there's a scale right there. And all we would do is slide this left or right, and it adjusts that scale. So right now we're right at about a 3/8 inch opening. So with ryegrass, you just go in here, find whatever seed you're wanting to plant. Like right now it's mostly a ryegrass, annual ryegrass blend. And for rows, we're wanting to do 90 pounds per acre is what's suggested. So we're going to take 0.194 times 373.4, and that says we're at 72 pounds per acre right now. So basically, all I need to do, I'm not going to video this 75 times for you guys, is open this up just a little bit more, and then we will remeasure. We'll spin it 11 more times, reweigh it, and see how many pounds per acre it is until we get up to our target, which was annual ryegrass at 90 pounds per acre. And if you're looking at the chart, to get to 88 pounds per acre, you'd be at a 1/2 inch spacing. 113 pounds per acre would be 5/8 inch spacing. Anyways, it's a little bit of math, but it's not complicated. So I think I'm going to change the angle of the tillage disc, the cultivator disc on the front. I've got it barely angled so that they're just tilling up the ground just a little bit, but I really don't want to disc up this field because there is still a lot of, it doesn't look like it. There's a lot of grass still out here that's just nibbled down super short, and I'm not trying to turn it under. So I'm going to reduce the angle of those discs just a little bit real quick and see if that still gets us a good enough seed bed, but not necessarily plowing up the ground. I definitely like the way that looks a lot better. We're not tilling up the ground near as much with the disc, and still getting a good enough seed to soil contact. That big roller has spikes on it, so that's kind of what really helps you get your seeds in contact with the soil, kind of push down in where they need to be. Well, I made several laps around this field. I'm by no means anywhere near finished, but I do have to finish my chores and water the animals that I locked up in the back pasture, because I've got to get out of here and go to Emily's softball game. This is should be the last week of slow pitch softball, so don't want to miss that. But we can finish this either later this evening or first thing in the morning. We'll get on top of that and get that done, and hopefully this pasture will start looking a little better soon. Get all this seed planted, got a lot of ryegrass, a lot of clover, orchard grass, I think there's some timothy, whatever all it is. Woods Super Seeder, Precision Super Seeder. The Woods Precision Super Seeder is on their website. I'll leave a link in the description box. They've got a ton of different sizes and styles of seeders for tractors and stuff, so go check that out. Anyways, I got to finish my chores and get to that ball game. Well, I got that entire field planted. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this precision seeder. There's a lot going on and a lot of different things that this machine can do, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It's a little different than just broadcasting some seed out on the ground and hoping it'll grow. So we're actually planting seeds, and it's not quite a no-till drill, but it's very close. And the new 5835R from TYM, that tractor is a beast. Also, it's taking a little time getting used to the shuttle shift. The 574 is a hydrostatic transmission. This one's a shuttle shift. It's a little bit different. Probably not, something you want to go out here and do front end loader work with every day. But for just dropping an implement like this on the ground and driving, which I've got a lot of trees to go around, but if it was just a straight field, that's the way to go. I really like the shuttle shift over the hydrostatic for that. But anyways, I could ramble on about this stuff all day. Got other stuff to do. And guys, got to load up the donkeys. That'll probably be on DJ's channel. I'll load up these 2 female Jennies and take them to get them to meet their boyfriend. So, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.